Let me read out a statistic for you. In 2024, it was reported that 1 in 3 guys haven't had sex in a year. So basically, a third of all men weren't getting laid. Now, I do believe that in 2025, that number is going to raise, and I do believe that, and this might be a slightly controversial take, but I believe that this prediction is pretty realistic. That by 2026, 1/2 of all men are not going to be able to have sex. 1 in 2 guys, half of the male population, will not have sex. Genuinely will just not be able to find a partner. Why? Because if you thought that watching these red pill guys, understanding hypergamy and female nature, you think that that's like productive? Sitting on your ass and watching the videos where they repeat the same lessons over and over again that you already know is not productive. Yes, hypergamy is gonna go only up from here, okay? Because realistically, if you were a girl, why the fuck would you take a fat ass who's broke now? Right? There are more guys that are making 10K a month. There are more guys with 6-packs and muscles. And there are more guys that are red pill aware. They're not simps. They know how to treat a girl, that know how to turn a girl on. They're red pill aware. These 3 things, knowing how to act with the girls, having your finances on point, and having your fitness on point, these are like the standard now. Before, like, having a 6-pack would be like, wow, interesting. Nowadays, like, having a 6-pack is basically like the bare minimum. If you don't have a 6-pack, a girl like thinks that you're below average, thinks that you're like a 4 out of 10. You're like below average. Now, they won't say this like openly, but that's like realistically what they're thinking in their heads, especially gym girls. Bro, if you are not in shape, getting a gym girl, you can say bye-bye to that dream. Because gym girls are so used to seeing 6-packs and big muscles and fucking good defined jawlines and attractive men all the time, that an average looking man is like below her standards. Even if she's an average looking girl, even if she's a 5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10 guy is not good enough for her. 7 is still not good enough for a 5 out of 10 girl. If you don't want to lower your standards to fucking a 200-pound girl, okay? You don't want to lower your standards to fucking ugly girl. A girl that you wouldn't want to show off to your friends, etc. Getting a pretty girl, whether you're American or European, like, you're gonna struggle. Probably in the United Kingdom too, but I don't know, okay? I know that Americans, they definitely have it hard, American men. And then right here in Europe, guys also have it like kind of hard. And even if you're young, you think that this applies like to fully grown women that are already promiscuous. Dude, like, in a lot of European countries, the legal age of consent is like 15, 16. In my country, it's 15, right? A lot of girls that are even younger than me, they are like 16, 15, right? Because I'm 17. A lot of them, they already have a body count of 10, right? At 15 or 16 years old. You thinking that a girl that's 21 can still be a virgin in Europe and America is like kind of like unrealistic. Maybe out in the Middle East, probably in Muslim countries, maybe you could. That's a possibility, but definitely not in Europe and definitely not in America. And this also like takes out the dream of you having a son and you having a family, because you're not gonna have anybody to procreate with. Again, if you don't want to have ugly children with an ugly woman, you're not gonna be able to, because these girls just are not interested in you. So what do? Do you just give up? Do you become an incel? Do you just, get out? Hey, you're gonna have AI chatbots and AI girlfriends soon, right? So why even want a real woman? Well, that's an option. A lot of guys will go that route. In my opinion, it's time to double down on self-improvement, right? Even if you've got girlfriends, guys, even if you got a girlfriend, okay? I got a girlfriend, and I do realize that if I slack off, she's gonna leave. I do realize that unconditional love for men is not realistic. It's just a myth. Girl will always look for the better option, and that's okay. Don't blame the girls, blame yourself for not being the best option that she had. Definitely, I know that I have a lot of shit to work on, and a lot of guys are better than me in certain aspects of life. And I know exactly what my weaknesses are, and I know exactly what I need to work on to get them fixed. Now it's time to double down. Now you cannot afford to play video games, to jerk off to porn, to eat like shit again. Like, now, if you think that wasting time, going to the party, getting drunk and all that, now is the right time for that, think twice, dude, okay? You go to the club every weekend for the past half a year. Bro, how many times have you gotten laid? Okay, like first of all, how many of those girls stay? So I also don't want you to get discouraged and say that, oh man, but if like every guy's on self-improvement, now what do I do? Now every girl is gonna have a high value man. Now I'm not gonna be special. Now I'm gonna have more competition, which is good. Like bro, like as a man, you should, with high testosterone, you should embrace competition. Like bro, I don't have a problem taking somebody else's girl. I told you that story when I ruined that 3-year-old relationship, but let's leave that for the main channel. Actually, I don't know if this video is gonna go on the second channel or the main channel. I'm not really sure. Taking another man's girl is nothing wrong, okay? Because other men are gonna try to take your girl. Take it right now that every other guy is scared to approach girls in real life. Like, I still to this day rarely see guys in my gym, for example, approach the girls or on the streets or anywhere. If you can just muster up the balls and get this to a habit, one girl a day, just speak to one new girl a day, you will have a much better closing rate than just going on Tinder and trying out your luck with unprofessional photos, with just trying out your luck. It's not gonna work anymore because every guy is doing that. And the girls on Tinder, they're swiping on the best guys that they can get. What I would advise to you is try to approach them in real life. Not a lot of guys do that yet. And when all the guys must throw up balls, or a lot of them, you're not gonna have an edge anymore. So obviously, work on your body, work on your finances, and work on your social skills. If you work on these 3 aspects and you actually put in a lot of work, then again, you might underestimate what a lot of work is, because what it is for you might not be a lot of work for someone else. I highly advise the read Can't Hurt Me from David Goggins. That will completely like shift the mindset of what you think your limits are. The 40% rule, all of those chapters are so valuable for like improving your life as a whole that I'm going to leave you with that. Honestly, I just want you to understand that now, if you ever dreamt of having a family and having a son and having a beautiful wife and having beautiful children, now is your time to double down and make sure that that will be your reality. Because a lot of guys will have to settle for a girl that's a 4 out of 10, and a lot of guys will get divorced. I want to tell you one more thing. Even if you do by any chance get a pretty woman, okay, and if you get married to her and you have children, do you know that right now in the US, I don't know what is it in Europe, but in the US there's a 54% chance of getting a divorce. 54% of all marriages are getting divorced. That's more, you're more likely to get divorced than you're not. And over 80% of those divorces are initiated by women. So you have it's more likely than not for you to get divorced than for you to not get divorced and have a happy family. Take that 100 years back, only like 10% of them got divorced, maybe even less, I'm not really sure. So times have changed, and women, really with the modern technology, their hypergamy is like on point now. They see all the better guys that are better than you. You have to make sure that you are constantly improving, that you never stay stagnant, that every single day you're pushing just a little bit, just 1% better than you were yesterday. And if you keep doing that, you'll find out that not only your woman and your children, but even you are going to be much happier with yourself. May God bless you. This is Mind. I'll see you on the next one.